Hey, I'm Pam Perry, and everybody is talking about branding. They are a brand. I want to be a brand. I love to be on a cover so I can be a brand. And all of a sudden, it seems like everybody is talking about branding and not really understand what the heck is a brand. So a brand is not a logo. A brand is not pretty pictures on Instagram. A brand is not a website. A brand is not even just a book. A brand is something that is going to evoke emotion from an audience that when you leave the room, that's what they say they remember about you. That is the brand. What do people remember about you? What have you put out consistently? That is the brand. It's so many touch points. A brand could be your email signature. It can be your website. It can be your voicemail message. A brand can be your book. It's everything in its entirety. So for someone to say, I know about branding and they only do graphic design, that's not all the branding. That's just one touch point. The brand can also be a lot. The brand could also be, I know someone who has a brand where they are actually always in the same color all the time. That's part of their brand because they have their company name is red. So you will always find them in some type of red, right? It's just, it's just part of the touch point. What irritates me is that someone who doesn't know marketing, branding, and that sort of thing will then be sucked in. And they'll just think like, oh, well, they know branding because their website looks good or whatever, or they have great videos. But it's like, you've got to check to see where they're coming from. Are they coming from a standpoint of helping clients to really develop that brand because you don't develop the brand all of a sudden? Or are they coming from a standpoint that they know just art and fancy words? Art and fancy words will not develop a brand for you. You have to have content. You have to have passion. So Branding Accelerator, which is a program that I put together, and it's 12 modules, goes over different parts of the brand. Goes over publishing a book, publishing content. It goes over publicity. Yes, we still do need the media, even though people are saying, oh, I don't need the media. I have social media. No, you need the traditional media too. It goes over positioning. How do you want to position yourself in the market to your target market? And then it also goes over platform building. Platform building, really, it's part of it has to do with building an email list, but it really has to do with building a tribe, building a community, which is so important today. And then partnering. You can't do it all alone. So whether you're going to do a live event and how to get sponsorships, partnering is very important. Or even leveraging partnerships where you build each other's base, I guess you'd say, or each other's email list. We're partnering in a telesummit. But all these things are covered in the Branding Accelerator program. It's done to help you accelerate the brand. That's really it. You have to have passion. You have to want to do the work. But it's a self-paced program. You can do it. But the problem is that a lot of people think that I got some magic dust, I can sprinkle on them, and then this is their brand. No, you've got to do the work. A lot of it is internal. And then once you have the internal thing down solid, then you have the tools, and I give you the checklist and the actual guest experts as well that will help guide you. Because that's really what it is. You need guidance. There's no way that someone can figure all this out just by doing a Google search. It really takes years, but I try to put it in a program for 12 modules where everything that you need. And then if you don't get everything that you need, you can always come and ask questions because I'm there to make sure that you understand what you're taking in. And that's really the main thing. If you don't have someone that cares enough to take you through the program and actually make sure you get it, you should probably run. But I've been doing this for a couple of decades, and I kind of know what works. You can read the testimonials on the page, Branding Accelerator program, to see what they've got out of the program. And it is one of those things where, you know what, I've been waiting long enough. I should probably really take a look at that and see if this is what I need. All right? So I'm Pam Perry. Go to brandingacceleratorprogram.com, and I will see you there.